Hello YouTubers, Bud Light here, bringing a little bit of financial hope into this world of darkness. Hey, I got a new side hustle deal for you guys. Alright, let me go ahead and grab this. Now this side hustle is power washing. And I know some people had talked about this before, but I wanted to show you something. I actually used to have a power washing company. And even back in the 90s, I was making anywhere between $500 to $700 a day doing power washing. So this is an awesome side hustle that you guys can do. But I do want to tell you there is a correct way to power wash and there's an incorrect way to power wash. Then I'm going to get into how this can work for you as a side hustle. So we're going to walk over here and I'm going to show you what I just power washed. So I'm going to turn the camera around here. And you can kind of see on that concrete right there, see how this is kind of dirty and this is real clean? Well, a lot of the times what I see with people who incorrectly power wash is that they will just do this. See, they'll just spray that down and just get the dirt and the mud off. Well, that's not a correct way to power wash. You got to get down into those pores and get that concrete clean. So, this is not just for concrete. I did homes, decks, commercial parking lots, concrete sidewalks. I mean, you name it. If it needs to be clean, you can use a power washer. Now you're asking, how can I do this as a side hustle? Well, because I don't have a power washer. And you probably don't want to go out and buy a power washer because they can run anywhere from $500 to $2,000, depending on what size or type of power washer you get. What you do is you go build your book of business first, ladies and gentlemen. So what you do, my mantra, go out there and knock on the door. So go to your local 7-Elevens or your Quick Trips or Quick Shops, whatever you guys call them, and they'll always have sidewalks that need to be cleaned. You go in and you ask the manager, say, I have a power washing company business. And be honest with them, I'm doing it to make a little extra money to feed my family, pay some bills, whatever the case may be. Would you like, could you hire me to clean your sidewalks out here? Or maybe your whole parking lot, which would be great. Out there where they do all the fuel, you get all that fuel spill and sometimes it needs to be cleaned off. And or you walk down the street again, find people who have vinyl siding, wood siding, concrete siding, where it may be. Well, they get buildup of mold and moss and dirt on those. Go knock on the door again, folks, and say, hey, for this, I can go ahead and do this. And again, I would go back at $50 an hour if you were doing that. But what I did is I bid all my projects. I would kind of know how much time it would take me, and I would tell them a price. And sometimes they would negotiate. And I negotiate because I'm out there to make money. I want them to be happy. I want to be happy. So one of the things I would do, and this is, again, 1990 prices, all right, in the 90s, I would go at a 7-Eleven and I would look at all their sidewalks. And there may be, 125 foot of sidewalk around the place. Well, then I would tell them I would power wash that for $175. And 9 times out of 10, they'd say, yeah, go ahead and do that. Now, if I was doing the whole house, depending if it was vinyl siding, wood siding, whatever it may be, it would be anywhere from $1,000 to I was getting $2,500 sometimes on your bigger homes. Decks, depending on the size of the decks, bid it. Now, when I say go out and get your book of business and don't worry about getting your power washer, you want to go and knock on the doors and get with people. And when, for example, the 7-Eleven guy or manager, you go in and say, can I do this? And he says, yes, I would like to hire you. Well, you pull out your piece of paper and you tell them, well, I have availability next week, Tuesday at 5 o'clock after you get off work, or 5:30 in the evening. Would that work for you? I'm looking at it's going to probably take me 30, 45 minutes to do this. Maybe a whole hour and 15 once I get set up and cleaned up and everything. And then you schedule it. You go to the next one. You schedule it. You go to the next one and you schedule it. So you build a book of business putting your business out a week ahead, telling people that's when you're available. Then you go down to your local rental center and you rent a power washer for that day or 2 days or that whole week, whatever it may be. You go and complete the jobs. Now, if this is something that works for you, then you take your earnings that you made and you go buy your own power washer. And then you have a full-time business or a full-time side hustle. So that's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Again, in the 90s, I was making $500 to $700 profit per day. Now, I was working from daylight to dark on a lot of those days, but I know you can make more money on that today. And as the times are starting to get a little bit tighter, then you may have to negotiate a little bit more. It's what's it worth to you? You have to determine what your time is worth and then go out and crush it. So that's a power washing side hustle program that you can do. And that's how you go about doing it. That's how you start that business. And that's how I started mine. And go out there and crush it, everybody. So God bless. Have a great day.